What's something that annoys you but makes you look like an asshole if you complain?
People who stand way too close to you in lines at the store. When someone responds to your email, but doesn't answer any of the questions you asked.
People talking when I'm tired.
When there are open seats in the rear of the bus but some folks insist on standing right in the aisle and not moving aside, which blocks newer passengers from accessing the seats they may want to sit in.
Minor thing wrong with food delivery, like sauce you asked for is missing, so now you can't dip your wings in anything, and even though you paid like 50 cents for it, if you ask them to redeliver it you know they're going to hate you.
Friends, guests coming over to visit when I've got shit to do.
People looking, staring at me while I eat.
People walking so slowly, or people who let their dogs walk on the other side of the footpath to them so that the lead stretches all the way across the path and makes it hard for anyone to walk around them.
When I am in no hurry and someone holds the door, while I am still quite far away. I get anxious, then I have to run. Sometimes I feel like running away from the door.
When people are like, there are people who live in poverty so it means you aren't allowed to have feelings.
When people tell the same sad, personal backstory to everyone they meet, I suspect for sympathy. I want to tell people to stop trying to get sob story points, but then I'm the asshole.
Babies, kids crying, I can't possibly go and say shut the fuck up, even though I really want to say it.
People who don't read their work emails fully and having to diplomatically phrase read the fucking email over and over again.
People who chew with their mouths open. Close your gap. I don't need to hear or to see what you make of it.
Having a conversation with someone and when it's my turn to speak they use it as an opportunity to check their phone and messages. And once it's their turn to talk I'm expected to give them my full attention. When someone is playing music that's completely off for the situation.
When people say, God bless you, after every single sneeze. I can knock off 4 or 5 sneezes before I'm done.
When a pack of people walk abreast down the sidewalk and think nothing of squeezing you into a building or off the curb, it's self-centered and it drives me crazy. Those trips people take to third world countries to build homes and schools and wells etc. And then post it on social media smiling with a bunch of kids. I can't put my finger on it but it peeves me to no end. They're usually doing good things for people. I just hate it.
The fucking nickname I have at work, and especially when that piece of shit Dennis uses East. I hate repeating myself. At least, when I'm actually speaking. Typing is low effort so I don't mind. But when I'm asked to repeat myself enough times, I just get irritated but say nothing, never mind, to avoid looking like an asshole.
When I'm walking behind someone in a large crowd and they stop suddenly or turn around. Especially at the airport or somewhere like that, where you're really only supposed to be going from point A to point B. The crowd was flowing smoothly but now I have to maneuver around you to get where I need to go. Everything annoys me. If I complained about it all I'd annoy myself. People playing music publicly.
Those people that wait at red lights to go knocking at yours window to ask for money, or those that just start cleaning your windshield out of nowhere and dare to ask money for it.
Pregnant bikini photos. It's the weirdest form of a perfectly good cause, women's empowerment. I don't find it sexy. Maybe it's brave. But I just don't really want to see all of that. I realize I'd probably be the asshole for saying this anywhere else, so this post seemed like a good fit.
YouTube ads. I know there are a lot of people whose entire incomes come from those ads, but they're still intrusive and commonly show up at inconvenient points in videos.
Did you know you can eat what's on your fork without eating the fucking fork? Any kind of team building at work. Same with site meetings. I have no interest in building relationships with my coworkers. I have no interest in how my company is doing financially and what the company's goals are for the next year. Just send a grand email about that crap. I just want to do my job and go home. Parents saying you won't understand X until you have a child when X has nothing to do with childcare. Have a long work day? Try that, and having a kid need a mental health break. Having a kid is a full-time job, don't get me wrong, I like kids and I see it's a really tough job, but sometimes it just seems like they're using it as a reason for why the chosen suffering is worse than yours.
When people have to put other people near me. For example, if I park in an empty parking lot, by the time I come out someone has parked right next to my car even though the whole parking lot is empty. Or when I'm eating in an empty restaurant and the staff put the next customers in the booth directly behind mine. Why? You have the whole restaurant? Why do I have to listen to people's phones and loud children when you could have put them anywhere else?
People genuinely crying, expressing real sorrow. I was punished every time I cried as a kid and it resulted in some weird psychological phenomena. I didn't learn to comfort people until I was like 23 and I'm still not great at it. Intellectually I know what I should do, emotionally I'm incredibly agitated.
Forcing someone to drink with you. Not taking no for an answer. Come on, just one.
People reading out loud or singing something when I'm thinking or doing something else. It is a big deal.
When the illiterate kid would volunteer to read aloud.
Poor grammar. If you tell someone they're using a word incorrectly, you look like an asshole.
Doing a group project single-handedly.
Taking care of disabled family members who constantly take their hatred of their life out on you verbally. Nobody sees the abuse, they see you complaining about the poor 400-pound lady who needs help doing literally anything.
When my city is overcrowded with tourists. I know it's good for the economy, but it sucks when you're trying to carry on your daily activities and everywhere is busy and slow.
I'm going to Kenya to build a well and teach, please fund me. Fuck off. I'll fund you to fuck off.
When I'm saying something then someone relates to it and is starting to relate their story, just let me talk. Small talk. I absolutely hate it. The sound of someone chewing. I'm not even talking about just the people who chew with their mouths open. They could be doing everything exactly right, chewing with their mouth closed, but I can't stand the sound. So totally not their fault, but I can't handle it. Quiet meals are torture for me. But asking someone, hey, could you not chew, is an asshole move.
When people record me without my permission. People that talk to the clerk at a store for too long while there is an obvious line-up behind them.
Really obese children. I'm annoyed at the parents and not the kids. A tiny minority have some medical reason why. The others are just being fed like cattle by mom and dad. Person ahead of me on the plane reclining their seat. I hate this, but what can you do?
People coming to me with their shit but not letting me go to them with my shit. If you have someone who is mentally ill, you'll probably relate, but I hate it when my father starts yelling, hitting and breaking shit due to his post-stroke state. Can't get mad at him because half of his brain is missing, so he is excused.
Slow walkers. Jesus Christ people, would it kill you to take a full fucking stride?
People bringing their kids to work. Not so much BC of the kids, I notice they don't care about me one way or another, but the parents. 9/10 they look at you like, look, I brought my precious child. Don't you think she is cute? Dote on them, especially BC. I'm a woman and I guess I'm expected to get weepy over a tiny person I don't know. No, thank you, Brian. Keep the child in your office, I do not wish to play with it. At a restaurant, when people I'm with dictate what I should order from the menu, even though I haven't asked for their input, especially if they give me attitude when I order something that appeals to me that's different from their recommendation. Little kids getting in my way, doesn't matter if it is the grocery store, the park, etc. Their parents do not keep track of them and then I'm the dick for not grinning at the little demon spawns when they step directly in my path.
I'm tired of hearing about Donald Trump all the damn time, especially in conversations that have nothing to do with politics. I don't like him, hence why I'm tired of him. But if I complain about it I get found the Trump supporter.
Loud pipes on motorcycles. When people do something that is sort of corny, most people will sort of play along or give a little laugh. I have a hard time doing that. I can't really do fake smiles and whatnot, so I look like an arsehole sometimes if someone's being over the top or a bit corny because I guess I don't play along very well.
I think people who sing off key. This probably will make me look like an but when military people demand respect. I have one friend on Facebook who is always posting about how civilians suck, and don't do anything for this country. I just want to comment sometime and say you haven't even been deployed, you work as a car salesman, bro. Of course this is only what I see on Facebook. For all I know he has put his life on the line. No disrespect to those military people who don't brag about their service though.